Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Low Poly Conquest presented by Gorilla Heart Media. My name is Adam C., aka Skip Intro, your 8-bit Phantom, and today we'll be taking you on a journey into one of the most twisted and bizarre games that we have ever seen on this show. Stay tuned for this one. We're going to deep dive into the lore and mystery around the internet phenomenon known as Jay's Police.
This is the Low Poly Conquest.
All right, let's get into it. Bar Harbor, Maine, Traverse City, Michigan, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Ashland, Oregon, Eureka, California, Omaha, Nebraska. Identical missing persons posters began appearing in cities and towns all across the United States. The first traces of the poster date back to the spring of 2013, mainly reports on social media posts of this strange poster with a QR code. The earliest sightings beginning on the West Coast, but then appearing to move rapidly to the eastern United States. No single organization or person has ever claimed responsibility for distributing them, and no one has been able to determine where they originated. The missing person is described as a 24-year-old female by the name of Veronica Fisher, last seen in a place called Grove City. What was interesting about the poster is that it had a contact number, and instead of an image of a missing person, a QR code. Some missing person posters have a QR code, so this wasn't anything outside the ordinary. However, this QR code wasn't linked to an online image inside a database or anything related to missing people. Instead, it followed. The link would send a user to an obscure website with unsettling images, or would prompt the user to play a game called Jay's Place. Similarities between forveronica.exe and Jay's Place are unmistakable. They are both text-based adventure games that look and play like games from the early days of computer programming. Okay, so there are a couple threads here and many unanswered questions. Who is Veronica Fisher? Does the missing poster hide any clues about what happened to her? Does the disturbing website or the game have anything to do with her being a missing person? Is there a connection to earlier events with For Veronica EXE and this new game showing up months after it surfaced online? So who is Veronica Fisher? Unfortunately, after performing various record searches, including scouring the recesses of social media posts, phone listings, property records, criminal cases, university registries, news archives, and even obituaries, Veronica Fisher, age 24, did not provide any substantial leads. The location on the poster, Grove City, also didn't appear to be particularly useful in our efforts to trace back the mystery. The descriptors of the posters, such as eye color, hair color, and length, still to no real substantial clues. After poring over weeks of research material, along with some forum and internet sleuths who have also been following the story, the conclusions we have gathered is that maybe Veronica Fisher is not the real name of the missing person. Some internet theorists believe that the name is a pseudonym, a combination of scrambled letters that is actually a clue to what happened to Veronica. Others believe that the name may be a combination of two or more victims and not a single name at all. Even more skeptically, some speculate that there is no one at all and that this is just a hoax of some sort. So is it all just some sort of dead end? There is another piece of information here on the poster, a number at the bottom. It's a number that is located in California. When called, it appears to be disconnected, although there are internet archives out there that do exist where people have taken samples of audio recordings when a number was still alive. Those samples are the following. We hear a sound. It sounds like a banging or a knocking taking place. We also hear a muffled voice, a female voice. She says, "We will have to be quiet or he will hear us." Although the sounds from the phone sound choppy and grainy, it is believed that the female in the recording is really Veronica. We are not sure who was banging or where the recording had taken place, or whether or not the person was in any real danger. This too appears to be some sort of dead end. When we turn to Jane's Place, the video game behind the QR code, we can see the parallels between For Veronica EXE. Both games are from a bygone era, use a similar command feature, have cryptic and obscure messaging, and seem to center around a home or a place. For Veronica EXE had essentially went silent after the earlier discussions. It was about this time, back in 2013, that Jay's Place surfaced through these missing persons posters. The overlap goes beyond aesthetics. Certain locations, dialogue fragments, command responses, narrative themes, and the timing of their appearance seem to echo one another so closely that it is difficult to dismiss them as coincidence. Whether Jay's Place is a spiritual successor, an unfinished remake, a hidden sequel, or simply an evolution of For Veronica EXE still remains unknown. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear. To understand Jay's Place, we may first have to understand Veronica Fisher. And so far, every attempt to find her has ended exactly the same way, with another dead end.